I was laid off and fell into debt, but my wife refuses to help me because I am the man of the house and that it is not her problem. Now, she can't believe that I am making her single. I work in a very niche industry, and the last year has been really difficult due to market conditions. Many of my colleagues were laid off, and so was I. At the time, I had just refurnished our home, so I was in debt. My wife also worked and earned more than I did back then. I went to her and asked if she could help me while I searched for work. I proposed that we sell some of the gold given to us at the wedding. We live in Turkey, where there is a tradition of giving gold to newlyweds to help them financially. This gold is meant to be used during difficult times. She rejected the idea and said, "I do not want to sell my gold." I tried to reason with her, saying that paying off the debt would greatly help us achieve more stable finances. She refused and told me to sort it out myself somehow because I am the man of the house. I asked her to at least use some of her savings, and I would pay it back. The context here is that I let her save most of her earnings while I paid for most of our expenses because women are more vulnerable to financial changes than men in this culture. I wanted her to build her own savings and made sure to help her with her retirement account as well. I asked her to lend me some of her savings for my debt, assuring her I would pay her back once I got back on my feet. She refused that, too. This period has been extremely difficult for me. I fell into depression and contemplated my choices in life. The interest on loans was already piling up. The funny thing is that everything was going great before this, and I thought we would stay together through thick and thin. Sometimes, the banks would call her, and she would call me, screaming that I have to fix everything because I should not let my problems become hers. My older sister helped me pay the monthly installments during that time. At the beginning of this year, I found a great job in the same industry and am now thriving. My wife was all smiles when she found out that I could finally fix my mess. However, I could not look at her the same way after what happened and began divorce talks with a lawyer friend of mine. Last month, I informed her of my decision, and she was served with divorce papers soon after. For her, it was apparently unexpected, and she was shocked. She tried to talk me out of it, but I was firm in my decision. Families tend to be involved with each other here, which was the case for us too. She involved our families as mediators, but I do not want to marry someone who will not help me during difficult times, especially when considering their financial well-being. Most of my family supports my decision, though they would like me to reconsider. I know everything is fine now, but I cannot get over what happened. Update: it has been a rough 3 months, but in the end, we managed to come to amicable divorce terms with my soon-to-be ex-wife. At first, she tried to prevent the divorce, but I didn't change my mind. Here are the terms we agreed on. She gets to keep the gold. I'll get only 20% of her retirement savings instead of half in return for not paying monthly alimony. I get to keep the furniture and assume full responsibility for our marital debt. The rest of the assets are to be divided 50-50. The house will not be shared because it's my dad's. Her retirement savings have grown so much that even 20% of it is worth more than all the gold. Overall, my lawyer says it's a pretty good deal, considering many spouses prefer to drag out divorce proceedings and try to take everything they can in Turkey. As for my future plans, I have no idea what to do. I've always wanted to travel to Asian countries. My current role allows me to work from home, so I might take a trip to Asia this year. There were some issues at the beginning of the divorce between her and my family, but it cooled down after a while. She accepted that our marriage is over, and I am glad she did not try to prolong the divorce process. A court hearing is scheduled for September, and after that, we'll hopefully be done.